In Fight Gone Not So Bad, all athletes will complete 3 rounds of the following movements. 1 minute of overhead squats, 1 minute of box jumps, 1 minute of shoulder to overhead, 1 minute of plate hop burpees, followed by 1 minute of rest. The weights and the box height are the same for both RX and scaled divisions. 4 stations will be set up for the WOD, 1 for each exercise, with all 4 athletes on the floor simultaneously. Athletes will choose a starting position and rotate the trace through the stations in the order prescribed above. Athletes must start on the same exercise for all 3 rounds. The score will be the total of all good reps completed by all 4 athletes. Movement standards for Fight Gone Not So Bad. Starting with the overhead squat. With the bar fully extended overhead, the athlete will squat until the crease of the hip goes below the knee, and at the top of the movement, the hips are fully open. The bar begins on the ground, and the athlete may bring the bar overhead in any fashion possible as long as the movement begins with the arms locked overhead, and still good reps for crease of the hip below the knee and full extension at the top. The athlete may use a squat snatch to perform the first overhead squat. Examples of no rep is failure to lower the hip, crease of the hip below the knee, and failure to fully extend the hips at the top of the movement. Moving on to the box jump. The athlete takes off of both feet and may either step down or jump off of the box. Hips come to full open position at the top of the movement. Examples of no reps are extending the hips as the athlete falls off the box, failure to open the hips fully at the top of the jump, and taking off of 1 foot, not 2, would also constitute a no rep. Step-ups, RX and scaled, are not permitted and are no reps. Moving on to shoulder to overhead, the bar starts on the ground and is moved to the shoulders. The athlete may use a strict press with full lockout at the top and fully making contact with the shoulders at the bottom. The athlete may also use a push press provided the movement in the upper body is the same. An athlete may also employ a power jerk as long as the knees come to full recovery after the lockout of the arms and shoulders. A split jerk is also permissible. Examples of no rep: failing to lock the arms at the top of the movement, locking the bar out but in front of the body, failing to open and recover the hips if a power or a split jerk is employed. These are all no reps. And finally, the plate hop burpee. The athlete begins from a standing position, goes to the floor with chest and hips making full contact to the floor and taking off of both feet, landing on the plate. It is acceptable for the head to be over the plate and the athlete to mountain climber up to a standing position. Examples of no reps: chest making contact with the plate as opposed to the floor, and other examples would be chest and hips, failing to make contact with the floor in any fashion. Here's a great example of the hips and not the chest.